Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So in the previous episode, if you remember, I did spoke about how to sell a product using subscription model, right? We talked about a license, like software license. If you wanted to sell, say for 3 years, you can sell it via subscription, right? And how to enable the subscription and subscription terms, right? And prorate uh, options, right? We talked about that briefly, and I hope you enjoyed it. So today, I'm going to talk about a scenario, and I'm going to talk about multi-dimensional code. So why do we need a multi-dimensional code? Let's say I'm selling a software license, right? Let's say I wanted to sell a VPN license for 3 years or 2 years, okay? So I wanted to do, say, 2%. I wanted to give 2% discount on the year one, and on the second year, I wanted to increase the quantity to two, right? Under normal coding system, we can't really do that, right? So to do that, we have to enable, the concept of multi-dimensional coding, right? And that's the fantastic feature of the CPQ. And I can show you with a few clicks, you will be able to achieve that target pretty straightforward. Okay, so the first thing first, I would highly encourage you guys to register for an org if you haven't done so. I think if you're preparing for CPQ certification, you should have an org ready. If you don't, then I'm afraid it's not really, you know, uh, good use of your time just watching videos because you have to do hands-on, right? Otherwise, you will not retain the information. You will not know what exactly you're trying to do. Okay. All right. So what I'll do, I will go to a simple product. Okay. I'll go to VPN license. Excuse me. And I'll show you a couple of options. Edit. Okay. And the first thing first, what I'll do, I'll show you the subscription term, right? So this is a subscription-based product because we have a fixed price and we have subscription terms for 12 months, right? And for now, that's pretty much uh, you have to, just a second, let me see if we need to change anything. Okay, that's pretty much you out of worry at this stage. Okay, now how to enable multi-dimensional coding because that can be done on the products side. Okay, so if you look at the right hand side, there's something called price dimension. So I've already done that. So you have to create an entry. So it's pretty simple. So what do you do? You just go to new. Okay, and if you're looking at the yearly, right, you can do yearly, you can do quarterly, you can do monthly. So just give a name, and for now, because I'm dealing across the year, right, we're talking about yearly subscription. So when you talk about an yearly subscription, so year makes sense, okay? So just give an year, give some name, that's it, okay? That's pretty much I've done. I give it a name called year dimension. All right, now go to code, okay? And what I'll do, I'll create a new code, okay? Um, it's gonna take time. It's all right. Okay, so I'll do expires on. I just remove the expiry date. I don't care. Uh, and I'll put the subscription term for 24 months. Okay. Um, and I will say save. Okay, I will say save. Okay. And now I'm going to edit lines, right? And so okay, so I'm going to use the standard price book. So normally what happens, right? Under normal scenario, if you're not dealing with the multi-dimensional code, so you add a product, okay? So it will not give you an option to edit the quantity for a year one, or edit the quantity for year two. It will not give you an option like split into year one, year two. You will see in a second what I meant by that. So if I add product, okay, um, and I will say VPN, and I will say VPN license, choose this one, okay? So you can see you have year one, year two, right? So it's split into two parts. And now, if you wanted to see the initial view, if you're not talking in terms of multi-dimensional coding, how it would look like. So there's an option here, right? Desegment line. So if I click there, so this is what you normally see, right? Uh, Something like that. Uh, so you see one quantity one and $20 because basically you're buying for 2 years and say, hey, this is a quantity, you know, do whatever you want with it. Now, I wanted to split, right? I wanted to give, say, 1% discount on year one, and I wanted to increase the quantity to two for year two, right? So you can't do that using this, okay? If I wanted to try it, you can probably increase the quantity, but that will increase the quantity for, say, for instance, if I increase it to, say, two, so what happens is, so if I calculate it, so it will say, okay, I'll double the price because it's comparing the 24 months, right? Subscription terms instead of splitting by year, right? So I'll change it back and I go to resegment line, okay? And I'll show you the magic. It's fantastic feature. I really love this one. Okay, so I will. So you got this forward-looking arrows thingy, right? So click here, go to this. Okay, so you can see you can tweak the things based on here. Okay, so the first requirement, I wanted to give additional discount. So I would say I'm gonna give 1%. Okay, let this boy get 1%. So and then I will increase the quantity to say two for the second year. Okay, I'm not giving any discount on the second year, but and I'm gonna do calculate. Okay. All right, so you can see the discount applied on the first year, $9.90, and the second year, I'm buying two licenses, so the 20. So it's kind of split it, right? So this is the beauty of it. Now, that's great. Now I'll show you one thing. Okay, so let me cancel this. Now, what if, say, for instance, you wanted to say, okay, let me show you what I mean by that. So just hang on for a second. So if I wanted to add the same product, okay, so you will see VPN. I said VPN license. Excuse me. I still got a runny nose, so it's bloody the weather change. But anyways, so you can see that you're getting by default, the segmented options, right? I don't want this options to be shown. So, for instance, if I'm a customer, I said, I do understand that we're dealing with a multi-code, but I don't want to see this view. I want, whenever you add a product, I wanted to see something like this. Instead of seeing this way, is it possible? Absolutely. So it's pretty simple. So you go back to the product, okay, and go VPN license, and we'll choose edit. Excuse me, and then you go to this default pricing table. So change it to, standard. Okay. So when that happens, right, you say, okay, show the default view as a non-segmented one. Okay. So I'm gonna save. I will refresh this page and go to the code. Okay. I'm gonna use the same code, right? Edit the lines. Okay. All right. Add product. And I'll say VPN. Okay. And I'll say VPN license. I'll see the magic. You see, you're not getting the multi-code view, right? You can, if you want it, you can go to the resegment line, but by default, right, you won't get this option when you add a product to the code, right? So this is exactly what I wanted to demonstrate today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a powerful feature, though. I've seen people using this option. I've seen people not using it, and I wanted to turn it off for whatever reason. So this is really a fantastic option. I mean, if you get a chance to read about it, I would highly encourage you to go to Trailhead and read about it. I really love this feature, right? So in saying so, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in today's episode. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Adios.